Is Meghan Markle's new cameo appearance a sign that the marriage is over? There's a new Radar Online article that talks about this, and I want to get into all of it. But before we begin, welcome to Revealing the Narc. My name is Tiffany, and on this channel, we talk about narcissistic behavior and manipulation tactics. Everything we talk about here is in the public domain, and everything is presented for entertainment purposes and not for diagnoses. So let's get into the article. It begins exclusive. Meghan Markle's shock acting role is biggest signal yet. It's over between her and Harry. She's desperate to escape to Hollywood. Let's pause here. Yesterday, I did a video about this. I will link it in the description of this video where I talked about Meghan and how she has boldly said she will never return to acting. So this really is a shock appearance, I think, and in my opinion, it actually tells more about finances than it does about the marriage between Harry and Meghan. And this is my opinion. Let me know if you agree with that as well. The article begins and says Meghan Markle's surprise return to acting after nearly a decade away is being seen by insiders as the clearest sign yet that her marriage to Prince Harry may be at a breaking point and that she is determined to reclaim Hollywood on her own terms. Girl, why do you have to reclaim everything on your terms? Why can't it be on someone else's terms? And what do you mean reclaim? When did you own it? When did you claim it? You didn't even work in Hollywood. You worked in Toronto. I roll here, right? It's wild. The article continues and says, written by This Is Us creator Isaac Aptaker, sorry if I pronounced that wrong, and directed by Jason Orley. The film marks Markle's first major on-screen appearance since she left her role as Rachel Zane in Suits to Marry Harry in 2018. Sources on set have described her as relaxed and glowing, but royal observers believe the move signals a deeper shift away from her royal identity and possibly from her husband. So many commentators have said, how is her name going to appear in the credits? And they say it's probably going to show up as Duchess of Sussex. So I don't think that this is actually her trying to distance herself from her royal identity. She's actually, in my opinion, and according to all these royal commentators, because I agree with them, most likely going to use that title in the credits once the credits roll. The article continues and says, a Hollywood source said Meghan's comeback isn't just about acting, it's about freedom. She's been itching to return to the industry, and this project feels like her stepping out from Harry's shadow. People close to her say she's desperate to feel like herself again. I don't think she's itching to return to the industry. I think that finances have run out and she is trying to do everything she can to afford her lifestyle. Now, if she was able to be able to support her lifestyle on her own or with a new person, I'm sure she would jump ship, but I don't see her accepting this role as her trying to distance herself from Harry. Actually, what I think is a sign that she was distancing herself from Harry is that with Love Meghan, in season 1, we saw Harry one time at the season finale. In season 2 or season 1 part 2, however you want to see it, Harry didn't appear at all. And the thing that really sticks out to me is Meghan saying that she wants to step outside of Harry's shadow. She's been trying to step outside of Harry's shadow since they met. Just look at the body language. Meghan always pushing herself forward. Meghan always trying to take the lead. Meghan always trying to interrupt him, take the mic from him, and just speak over him. And in my opinion, I think there is envy here Meghan has towards Harry. And I think she's had it from the beginning. She just doesn't have the attraction and when I mean attraction, I mean the public interest that Harry brings to the table. So in my opinion, what we're actually seeing here is narcissistic inversion. This is when the narcissist claims the role that they impose on others. So if she overshadows someone, she claims that they overshadowed her. If she controls the narrative, she claims that someone else controlled it. And we know that from what she says about the media. She tries to control the media, but then she says it's the media that control the narrative. If she drains identity from others, she claims it was her identity that was actually drained. And this is how a narcissist plays the victim and the hero at the same time. Narcissists can't tolerate accountability, criticism, and not being the central character. So they create a narrative where they're the wounded one, where someone else is the controlling and harmful one, even when the dynamic is actually the reverse. She's not stepping out of his shadow. She made the shadow and is placing him in it. Let's continue the article. Another insider added, the dynamic between them has changed. Harry's supportive in public, but privately he's struggling with how separate their worlds have become. Meghan's re-entry into Hollywood feels like a statement that she's moving on with or without him. So what this is describing is the phase of a relationship when the narcissist no longer needs their partner in order to shape their identity. In the beginning, narcissists will merge identities, love bomb, create an intense us versus the world bond, and pull the partner into their orbit. Once the partner is secured and their role is exhausted, the narcissist will rewrite the dynamic, pull away, reassert their independence, and reframe the partner as the burden, the anchor, or the problem. This sounds like separation, but it's discard staging. The narcissist frames their withdrawal as growth, while the partner is framed as suffocating, needy, stagnant, or limiting. And all of this excuses the emotional abandonment. Let's continue the article. On set, witnesses described a buoyant atmosphere. A production crew member said, she has a small part in the movie, but you'd never know it from the way people respond to her, as she's being treated like the lead actress. Meghan came in with this calm confidence. She introduced herself to everyone. No entourage, no fuss. She seemed genuinely happy. Red flag alert. This paragraph inflates Meghan's identity. Like the article said, she just has a cameo role, but she walks in with the air and the confidence that she owns the room. When someone with a high internal need for admiration manages the environment so that their presence feels bigger than their role, this is not humility, this is curated social dominance. And we're actually seeing an inversion here. The narrative frames her as calm, grounded, elevated, and gracious. Everyone else is dazzled and impressed with her. But remember, the role is small and the identity being projected is huge. This is the narcissist's goal, to be the main character. And that's regardless of their actual position, their actual skill, and their actual involvement. She doesn't need the lead role. She needs the spotlight. This next line made me chuckle. It says, Markle's role in Close Personal Friends will involve playing herself in what sources call a self-aware cameo. How self-aware do you think it'll be, everybody? Drop your thoughts in the comments. I don't think Meghan is capable. In fact, okay, this is really good. Please, let's all remember this, that Radar Online is saying that her friends are saying that this is Meghan being self-aware. What we see in her movie role is what Meghan thinks of herself as being self-aware. So I am very excited to see exactly what type of person or what part of Meghan she actually ends up playing in this movie. It's gonna be very telling. So I'm curious to know what you all think about this. Please drop your thoughts in the comments. If this was interesting to you, please like and subscribe. Hit that notification bell so you'll know every time I drop a new video. I want to thank you so much for listening, and I'd like to ask that in lieu of super chats and super stickers, if you would consider donating to the National Domestic Violence Hotline. Their information is on the screen should you need to reach out to them, and a link to donate is in the description of this video. Again, I want to thank you so much for listening, and I'll talk to you soon. Bye, everybody.